in terms of the equity markets, but let's get a quick handle in terms of what's taking place on the commodity side. We have Peter Mcguire of XM Australia joining in with a commodity update for us. Peter, hi, welcome to the show. If you could just start by giving us your outlook in terms of crude prices. They've edged lower on what has been a surprise build-up in US crude and gasoline stocks. Give us a sense in terms of where you are anticipating crude to go from here.
Well, good afternoon. I think there's so many different components of it. I mean, when we're looking as far as the market's washed itself out, and it's, I think, structurally very oversold. But that's just it's a point in time, considering global demand is relatively okay. But I suppose the viewpoint moving forward is the geopolitical concerns, which could certainly impact price in the short to medium term if things were to escalate, on a large scale. And that seems to be, I think, everyone's sitting to see whether the next shoe to drop is going to be crude. But at the moment, I think there's every chance you could see even a couple of dollars of further softness. But we've just got to see how, from a geopolitical front, how that all, melds into the market.
Peter, would you also say that much of the profit-taking or the correction that had to happen in crude oil prices is done now? Do you see any support coming in? Because there was an interesting Goldman Sachs report suggesting that the Brent wouldn't perhaps decline below 75 anytime soon.
Well, exactly, Manisha. I mean, I think that's probably getting to that point of that inflection point. And I can't believe that for a market that is normally so dynamic, it's been the sleeping giant. It really hasn't done anything other than, continue to, edge lower each and every week over the last probably month and a half. And it just doesn't have it's lackluster. So, yeah, probably that 75 handle, what they're saying is, there's probably a line in the sand, and that could be the point. So it'll sit around there, and I'm not expecting anything dramatic unless you see something happen from a global standpoint as far as rates, Fed policy, or, of course, geopolitics that washes over it.
Since you mentioned about Fed policy, Peter, I mean, various central banks have moved in sense of rates there. US Fed is yet to dump that 25 basis points factored in. What are you anticipating for the rest of this year, especially for the month of September, December, and what US Fed could do?
Well, I think first off, you're looking at the big banks, Manisha. They're saying 50 basis points is pretty well baked in. It just seems to have, again, ratcheted up in the last, week and a half. And that's the likes of Citi, Goldman. So I'm probably, erring on that camp. And then you're looking at, do you see another one in December of 50 and then 25? And they're saying it could be at 125, and even they're tailing that back now to 110 basis points of cuts. The other side, of course, is that you're less than 3 months now from an election, so that interference component that could be interpreted from many pundits and certainly the political base. So, yeah, there's, I think, plenty of fireworks ahead in September, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that impacts the market. What we've seen in the last couple of days, I think you've got to just shake your head and go, well, anything's possible.
All right. Peter, how are you looking at the base metal prices? Because this is another area which has constantly gone in for more correction. The month of June wasn't so great. July was in the negative, and August continues to see those losses getting extended.
Absolutely, Manisha. Just, structural weakness as far as price, and it's just, you've got copper now under 9,000. You've got aluminium, tin, tin's under 30,000. Aluminium soft at 2,300. Zinc soft. So I really look at it and I just go, wow, it's a time to be. It's certainly a time to be short on the LME, and the other side of it is, wait to see where the market trends over the next matter of 4 to 6 weeks. I think there's still going to be plenty of dynamite ahead over the next couple of months, Manisha. So, hold on and hang on to your hat.
All right. So are you anticipating further declines from here? If yes, then by how much? And would you be a buyer at these levels in any of these metals?
I think a little bit further softness. There's so many moving parts to this that we've really got to, I suppose, consider. And, US dollar strength, interest rate policies, what's going on with Eurozone, where's China play in all of this? We understand, the prime rate, they're trying to, re-stimulate their economy. Global growth is pretty patchy. And I think at the present time, maybe there is a little bit further softness. I'm not buying at the moment. I'm just waiting. It's a time to. Sometimes it's a time to sit on a deck chair, and at the moment I'm sitting on the deck chair.
All right.
All right, he's sitting on the deck chair. And how chuffed are you about your performance at the Olympics?
Well, we're pretty chuffed. It's not too bad, is it? I mean, it's been a fantastic time for 26 million Australians.
Yeah.
Well, we're out here at the time mourning the disappointment that came in from the Olympics committee, where Vinesh Phogat, our gold probable champion, was disqualified for just being about 100 grams overweight out there. But we'll let you have your moment, and hopefully we'll come around to the next couple of Olympics as well. And when Neeraj throws that javelin, we'll all watch Peter along with you.
Thank you very much.
All right, with that, we're out of time on this edition of Halftime Report. Thank you so much for watching. The team of Business Lunch takes over next.